Amina grew up in a quiet village where life moved slowly. Her father was a farmer, and her mother looked after the household. Like most children there, she went to a local school with limited resources. People in her village often believed success meant securing a safe government job, marrying early, and living a simple, predictable life. But Amina was different. She always dreamed bigger. When she looked at the stars at night, she felt they were whispering, "The world is wider than this village. You were born for more." She didn't know exactly how to achieve it, but deep down she carried one powerful belief. Success is not about where you start. It's about where you decide to go. At age 15, Amina had her first turning point. A volunteer teacher visited her school and gave a lecture about education and opportunity. He said, "Knowledge is the passport to the future. Those who prepare today will own tomorrow." Those words struck her heart. That evening, Amina told her mother, "I want to study in the city. I want to prove that even a girl from a small village can achieve something great." Her mother smiled but sighed. They barely had money to survive. How could they afford city education? But Amina wasn't asking for money. She was asking for permission to dream. Her parents agreed, though many villagers mocked them. Why waste money on a girl? She will just get married and sit at home. But Amina refused to let society's mindset dictate her future. When Amina moved to the city for higher studies, reality hit her hard. Life there was expensive. She stayed in a small hostel room, eating the cheapest food she could find, and often went to bed hungry. To support herself, she worked part-time at a library. During the day, she attended classes, and at night, she arranged books, helped students, and earned just enough to pay her fees. There were days when she felt exhausted and questioned her decision. But every time she thought about quitting, she remembered her father's calloused hands from working in the fields. She told herself, "If my father can sacrifice his comfort for me, I can sacrifice my comfort for my future." In her second year, Amina entered a business competition at her university. She presented an idea for a startup that helped rural farmers sell their products directly to city markets. She worked day and night preparing her proposal, hoping this could change her life. But when the results came, she lost. She wasn't even in the top 10. That evening, Amina cried in her room. She thought, maybe they were right. Maybe I don't belong here. Maybe success isn't for people like me. But then she opened a book she had borrowed from the library. On the first page, she read a quote, "Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm." Those words reignited her fire. She realized failure was not the end, it was feedback. She analyzed her mistakes, learned where she went wrong, and promised herself to return stronger. Instead of hiding from failure, Amina started participating in every seminar, competition, and workshop she could find. At first, she struggled with stage fear and shaky confidence, but little by little, she improved. She discovered that success requires more than just knowledge. It requires courage, communication, and persistence. By the time she graduated, she wasn't the same shy village girl anymore. She was bold, confident, and ready to face the world. After university, many of her classmates took safe jobs, but Amina remembered her childhood dream, not just to succeed herself, but to create opportunities for others. She decided to start her own company, a platform connecting rural farmers with urban buyers, the same idea she once failed with. But this time, she had knowledge, experience, and confidence. At first, no investor believed in her. Banks rejected her loans. Relatives said she was wasting her time. Even friends suggested, just take a stable job, don't risk everything. But Amina believed in her vision more than she believed in comfort. She began small, using her savings to create a basic website. She traveled village to village, convincing farmers to trust her. She walked into shops and supermarkets in the city, persuading them to buy fresh produce directly. It wasn't easy. She faced rejections, losses, and sleepless nights. but she kept going. One day, a local newspaper published her story, "Village Girl Helping Farmers Through Technology." The article went viral. Suddenly, people started recognizing her work. Investors contacted her. Farmers lined up to join her platform. Within 5 years, Amina's company became one of the fastest-growing startups in the region. Thousands of farmers improved their income, consumers got fresh products, and Amina became a role model for young dreamers. She had transformed from an ordinary village girl to an extraordinary entrepreneur. Standing on a stage years later as she received an award for innovation, Amina looked back on her journey. She thought about the nights she went hungry, the competitions she lost, the rejections she faced, and the doubts that haunted her. And then she smiled, because all those struggles weren't obstacles, they were stepping stones. Amina ended her speech with these words, "Success is not a gift handed to you. It is a mountain you climb with faith, effort, and persistence. You will slip, you will fall, and people will doubt you. But if you keep moving, step by step, you will reach the top." In this story, we learn that success is not about being the smartest, the richest, or the luckiest. Success belongs to those who dare to dream, those who work tirelessly, and those who never give up. If I can do it, so can you. If you find wisdom in this story, subscribe the channel, and also like, comment, and share the video.